Well, it looks as if you got number 1. Okay, Gemini, Virgo energy, the Magician. Now, these are the names that could be significant for you. You are taking off the coat, taking off a mask, taking off a robe. I'm seeing someone like drop a robe and they have extravagant garb hiding underneath, okay? So it's almost like you're the magician and you're putting on a show. And it's like the curtains open, but the curtains are a robe that dresses your flesh. And you take it off, right? Maybe there's something about a Broadway show, burlesque show, a drag show, any kind of dance or some sort of performance. But I see you taking off your robe and revealing gems underneath. That's what I'm seeing here. Discard an exoskeleton. And then look what came out with it, Dark Horse. So if you thought the first act was good, just wait until Capricorn whips out the next act, okay? So it could be also that you're discovering a side of yourself that you never even truly felt you were worthy of. Maybe there was a hidden gem beneath you, within you, Capricorn, that you didn't even feel worthy of acknowledging, integrating, examining, exposing, owning. Maybe you have a side of yourself that is just so juicy, so delicious, so gorgeous, so immaculate that you were like, no way, this is not me, this is not mine, I'm not worthy of this, I can't have this, I can't be this. And then you're like, you know what, this is me. You know what, maybe I am worthy of being this. Capricorn, I'm getting an interesting message. People are betting on you in the sense that people are looking to you to see how they should talk to themselves, how they should talk about themselves. People are waiting on your dialogue to recalibrate their own. People are waiting for what you have to say about you to calculate what they can say about themselves, or something like that. I'm hearing Harbinger. So there could be someone who's new at self-development, maybe new into astrology and just discovered that they're a Capricorn, or new at something. There's a fresh, youthful energy and innocence, but someone could be looking to you now. It could be even your child, okay? So be careful. I have to tell you this. Be careful about the ways that you talk about yourself, because your child sees that, okay? So if you're in the mirror every morning and you're like, oh, I look like garbage, I look ugly, and then everyone growing up is telling your child, you look just like your mother, your father. Guess what that child is going to be wired with? Oh, I must look like garbage too if I look like my mom, who's always saying that she looks ugly. So be mindful of that, because if this is about your child is looking to you to paint up their vision of the world, to download certain narratives, okay? So be mindful of that. If this is not that, there's something about people looking to you, Capricorn, to recalibrate their language towards themselves, their language towards the world, how they want to present themselves, talk about themselves, or something like that, okay? There could be something about a magazine, so I don't know if someone here is an editor, you write for a magazine, or you write articles or something like that. There's someone looking at magazines or looking for inspiration, but you could be a point of inspiration for someone, okay? Another thing coming up is Seraphic and Black Swan event. So if we're thinking about the Black Swan movie, it could be that someone with an identity of an angel or someone who's a good person, under the pressure, a good person falls from grace, or a good person ends up putting money, status, fame, or something like that above their own character, or something of that sort, all right? It could be about you, it could be about someone around you, it could be about someone you don't even know, okay? Yeah, it says Angels of Destruction on the music here. Capricorn, there could be a situation here that's causing you to struggle to eat. Maybe you're losing weight or something. Someone here needs protection work and cord cutting work or something of that sort. Because the situation here, you could be dealing with a very narcissistic person in your personal life here who could be causing you to lose weight or lose your appetite. So there's a need to do something spiritually about that. All right, can you please tell me more about exoskeleton here? So it's the final act, right? But it's not really an act. Here's Temperance, an angel. This is so interesting. There's an energy of dichotomy here where one person is shedding off the angel skin and you, Capricorn, are shedding off the demon skin to reveal angel underneath. So it's like an opposite, I don't know, is it opposite Wednesday or what? But the thing about demonic energy is that demons are sometimes a manifestation of repressed wounds, repressed emotions. They try to trigger people as a way to desperately get them to see their pain, kind of like humans do, right? And so there's something about like you really processing your pain to the point where you don't need to poke the bear because you don't need indirect validation. Maybe you've really harnessed the ability to ask for what you need or to be vulnerable with those around you and be like, hey, I'm angry, can we talk about it? Someone could have a Sagittarius rising. I'm hearing, under my umbrella, la, la, hey, hey, hey. Tell me about Dark Horse, please. And then we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, so there's an aspect of you that you tried to leave in the past or that you were made aware of in the past and you tried to suppress it. Why? The Lovers. I'm getting, Capricorn, there is a side to you that you had to suppress in some sort of relationship in your past, and now it's coming back up. Okay, I'm hearing round 2. The devil you know. Okay, that's what's interesting. Capricorn, you. The devil can sometimes represent the shadow as well. So the devil, you know, it's like the deepest part of yourself that you know, or an aspect of you that you had to let go of or suppress because of some sort of relationship where there was an aspect of you that was unacceptable or that made you vulnerable to manipulation, abuse, trickery, what have you, okay? But now you're like, okay, let me take off the surface and show this side of myself once more, or show the world this side of myself once more, this side I had to disconnect from. Yeah, so you had this carefree attitude, this childlike wonder and curiosity, and an ex of yours or someone of the past here ostracized you or rejected you for this aspect of you. And so to survive a situation, you might have had to reject and ostracize this side of you as well. And so you're doing some sort of major integration work. So when you start to embrace a certain aspect of yourself, don't be surprised that it comes out outwardly more towards other people. You know what I mean? It's almost like, Capricorn, someone in your past, a relationship, a situationship, something romantic, it really made you feel like it was dumb, naive, childish, and even annoying to be like happy or carefree or open-hearted or curious or creative, you know what I mean? Because I'm kind of seeing a situation and a dynamic here that you were around someone who could have been very like bored and miserable, and they felt threatened by your joy in some way. And so they sought to make you feel like, oh, it's cool to be miserable. It's cool to be an asshole. It's cool to be this stoic, indifferent type of individual that doesn't care about anything. Or it's cool to be nihilistic about everything. It's like you had this carefree, childlike, curious, creative, wonderful, exuberant, exhilarating side of yourself, inspiration, and someone made you feel like, oh, you're so unlovable because you're so inspiring. But really, that person was miserable and stuck in some sort of self-made prison, and they couldn't stand to see you shine. It threatened them. It reminded them how miserable and sad and boring they are. I don't know, like you have like some sort of boring ex here. It could even be a side of you that wanted more. Like someone could have been like, why aren't you just happy with what you have? You wanted to create something, grow something, cultivate something for yourself. And someone made you feel like no one is going to support you. No one is going to be on board with this. Maybe even like when you showcased a certain energy, It could be even ambition, okay? I'm getting the vibe that you had a very ambitious way about you. This could be one side of this aspect of you. And you could have been with someone who introduced third-party energy or triangulation as a subtle punishment for this side of you. As a way to train you. It was like a way to socialize and train you to be afraid, to be ambitious. This person could have been afraid of you outgrowing them or discovering how truly stale and numb and stuck this person truly is. So they sought to punish you. And you maybe didn't even realize this, that someone triangulated or brought in a third-party energy just to make you feel like you weren't lovable as you are and to try to train you like an animal. Like, if you're too ambitious and inspiring and creative and out there, I'm going to start focusing on other people to make you feel like you're not that attractive in that energy, Capricorn. And so maybe that led to you hiding that part of yourself. Like, oh, I need to be nihilistic, numb. I can't shake the boat. I can't be too colorful or out there. I have to be boring, stale, mean, cold, nihilistic, pessimistic in order to be lovable. I need to make sure that I don't threaten my partner too much with an exuberant personality. Otherwise, they're gonna go after someone else. Okay, so this could have happened when you were younger, but you're doing the work to break out of that and to come out of a space where you care too much about what other people think. Of course, there's a balance there. There is a benefit to caring what people think, but it has to be the right people. People who truly, genuinely love you, respect you, and care for you. People who actually have character and integrity. Those types of people, it's safe to kind of care what they think and to kind of reflect with them in order to become better people. But there's a difference of like caring what someone thinks who is out to shame you, misunderstand you, or whatever, or people you don't even know, you know what I mean? So there's a balance there. But I'm getting that you went too much on one side. At that point, if someone were to treat you like that, Capricorn, I know that maybe when you were younger, you didn't know what to do. You didn't have the experience or the knowledge to quite know like how messed up that was. If anyone starts to look at third-party energy, unless you have a spoken agreement like non-monogamy or something, unless there's a spoken agreement, if someone starts to triangulate, that's your call to go, to be like, you know what, go choose that third party. If you're trying to manipulate me through my empathy or desire, I want nothing to do with it, okay? And maybe that's where you are at now, but you didn't know better back then. So someone tried to train you like a dog, like a rat, like a monkey, or something like that. But you're doing significant healing here. So yeah, maybe you felt like, oh, if I become more cold, logical, and like pessimistic, maybe then this person will choose me. But the whole time, you stopped choosing yourself. But this aspect of you that's inspiring and ambitious is truly the key to getting what you desire out of life. So you were very much suppressed in this dense, murky reality. Cultivated and curated by someone who wanted to see you hold yourself back for their comfort. But you're integrating this aspect because that's what this card means to me. Two different aspects here. You're seeing the side of both and you're doing some sort of integration here. Okay, tell me more about the dark horse. Scorpio energy could be significant. This aspect of yourself, since it's so ambitious, this aspect of yourself sees the value of having high standards. It sees that value of shooting for more. It is also the aspect of you that won't settle for less. And maybe this person of your past kind of knew that in a sense. Like, if I squash this aspect of Capricorn, they're not going to expect more from me. They're going to settle for less. They're going to settle for abuse. They're going to settle for suppression, oppression. But this aspect of you is not afraid to walk away from someone or anything that isn't quite cutting it, isn't quite meeting the standards, isn't meeting your emotional needs, isn't bringing anything emotionally of value to the table. And that's why. So the ambitious side of yourself, which is Capricorn energy, someone tried to have you suppress that because they wanted you in a space where you're easier to control, where you settle for less. So let's see. So yes, you are definitely reintroducing this aspect of yourself to yourself. You're becoming acutely aware of it, and it's lighting a fire within your core. Yeah, it could be kind of an intense energy, like explodes outward, all right? And Spirit has a guiding hand in this. Spirit has a role with the star out here. This is an aspect of yourself that you've wanted more than anything. So with the dark horse energy too, it's like you didn't even see you coming. Maybe you didn't even see you taking off the robe. Maybe that is a spontaneous act that is surprising to even you. It just explodes out of your chest, okay? Yeah, funny how I said explode and now we have the tower on its side. So this could have been an aspect of you that you started to avoid because other people avoided it. But then here's an opportunity. And it takes you out of a space of heartbreak and gives you the drive and energy to fight for what you desire. It brings a huge sense of relief in multiple ways. It's like a psychic relief, but also an emotional relief as well, okay? But yeah, it is like an explosion energy. Like it happens suddenly with the tower. It's unexpected, it's sudden, and that's you, okay? You might want to go watch or rewatch that reading I did. You are the tower now, okay? Because this is it. Like, this is your tower moment, but it's a beautiful one. Explode is playing on the music, and we have the tower here. Yeah, I'm getting Capricorn. You shock yourself. You even surprise yourself. And then bam, you realize, oh my gosh, I am in control. I can have higher standards for myself. And I can shoot for more. And the only person who gets to decide that is me. You, Capricorn. And then you're like, wow, I thought I lost myself for so many years, but here I am. Wherever you go, there you are, and there you are. So you could have lost yourself a long time ago while you're refinding yourself. Also, it's going to bring up some anger, but it's a healing anger, a righteous anger that you have been stuck upon for a long while. It's been stuck in your unconscious, but it leads to a sense of recovery of your sense of self and life in general. But it's also, I'm getting Capricorn, when this happens, you might be prompted to take an entirely new path. Or this happens while you're on a new path. Stay tuned in your own life to find out which one. But a lot of times shadow work can cause that. It can cause us to make extreme pivots in the trajectory of our life. It can cause us to make extreme decisions, to choose new paths, to realize like, oh, I only chose this path to earn the approval of someone who didn't even love me anyway. Let me go back on the path that actually makes me happy. Okay? So that's what you're doing, all right? So I'm getting something about a Seki name, Sekai, Sequoia, something like that. I don't know, a very unique name, okay? You don't have to hide yourself anymore. Yeah, you don't have to hide yourself anymore. I don't know why, but the 7 of coins in this deck is like a graveyard, and I heard that lyric from Kendrick Lamar's song. Something about Tupac turning in his grave. There could be someone on the other side here turning in their grave with anger towards this masculine. Okay, we have the Emperor reverse here. And this person could be the one, it's like the skin of this person is shedding. It could be their self-concept of being good, holy, better than, angelic, or something like that. It gets stripped to reveal the true nature of someone. So a little switcheroo, I don't know. So yeah, maybe there's something about mirrored energy. Like your aspect that you suppress is someone's identity, and their aspect that they suppress is your identity. So there's some sort of like shadow switcheroo going on here. Why is this person showing up like devil in the upright, temperance reverse? This person has a devil on their right shoulder and then another devil on their left shoulder, okay? So, but I don't know, it ceases to get them anywhere though. So that's the thing. So this person who squashed your ambitious energy in the past, it could be that their ambitious energy is squashed. Someone's forced to sit in the energy that they tried to force you into. Something like that, Capricorn, okay? That's crazy. Yeah, someone who is abusive towards you. See, I can't make this up. We have the Five of Swords. When you had a chance to open up or embark on a new path, either with this person or on your lonesome, this person abused some sort of power they had in your life. If you abuse someone, if someone abused you, don't you ever think for a second they got away with it. It will catch up. It always catches up. It will catch up. So Capricorn, I feel like someone who harmed you in the past, it's catching up. Someone who harmed you years ago, it's catching up. It's crazy. It could have been someone you were married with or someone you planned to marry. Someone who broke your heart again and again and again and again. Someone who broke your heart repeatedly. And I'm getting broke your heart on purpose. So someone who is experiencing karma at last, they're going to know why. Okay? They're going to know why. They thought they got away with it. But when it hits them and it's hitting, they're going to know why. They're going to know it's because of how they treated you. There's no more running anymore, Capricorn. Something about tennis or sports could be significant, but they surrender to it. They're like, okay, well, I knew this day was maybe going to come, and here it is. Well, there's nothing I can do now, okay? Truly, this person is actually cowardly, because the thing is, when people abuse other people, it gives them a sense of pseudo power. It gives them a false sense of power. So anyone who has to aim to try to get a false sense of power, truly deep down, they are trying to overcompensate for a deep level of powerlessness that they truly feel. So only truly powerless and cowardly individuals have to abuse other people to gain a pseudo sense of power. You see what I mean? It's overcompensating. It's continuing the cycle of what was done to them. Just doing the same thing, coping with trauma the same way someone's parents did. You know what I mean? It's like the powerlessness gets passed down, passed down, passed down. I feel powerless. Let me make you feel powerless too. But someone is truly having to fall into that pit of powerlessness that they put onto you to give them that boost. It's a situation where they have to surrender to it. And now they're not going to be able to get over what they did to you. Their feelings for you. So yeah, they're never going to be able to get over you. Okay, but also the Hermit. They made you feel alone. Maybe this person even isolated you in the past. They made you feel alone. They ostracized the part of you that was very much community oriented. So now they're going to experience the opposite, where they see you gaining community or friendship or something like that. They can't get over their feelings for you, and they feel so alone. This is why we need to be very careful about how we are showing up in life, okay? Because it will catch up. And someone's going to realize, like, wow, like I literally had genuine love right in front of me. And because I was so fucking insecure, I abused this person. I harmed this person. I took them for granted. And now it is my greatest regret that I won't be able to get rid of for the remainder of my life. You have like a lot of resentment towards this person because of how low they treated you. It's like the severe lack of love and empathy that this person showed you traumatized you so much it changed you as a person. It still triggers you to this day. Maybe even thinking about this person, it triggers you. Because you just cannot believe how little compassion that this person had for you, despite loving you, right? Yeah, in order to survive a situation, you had to, like, cut off these aspects of yourself. It was, like, punished out of you. So it's very shocking. It's very surprising, Capricorn. It's something that happens suddenly and unexpectedly. This person might have to see you meet someone or connect with someone who doesn't feel threatened by this aspect of you, but actually encourages it. They have to see themselves be replaced by someone who doesn't have the same inferiority complex and doesn't have to abuse you to feel a sense of confidence or power. So there could be someone on the other side that is forcing certain secrets to come out here. There's guilt, okay? I'm getting the energy. Yeah, see? The guilt, okay? Someone can't run from their guilt anymore, right? So someone at some level knows that how they did you was so severely wrong, Capricorn. There's guilt there that someone has tried to run from, but they can't run from it anymore. It's kind of looking like this person might lose some money, though. Because to suffocate and hide their inferiority complex, they stack the funds around them. They use money as a shield to how powerless and afraid and small they truly feel deep down. And they use money as a shield. And so they protected that at all costs while harming you, abusing you, tormenting you, treating you horribly. Okay? So Spirit's causing this person to lose the very thing that protects their self-concept, that protects them from feeling powerless. This person could have stepped on your heart and laughed when they saw you in tears. When you were crying on the floor, they stood above you and they smirked. But now you're coming out of that pain, and guess who's waltzing right into it? The same pain that they put you in to avoid their own. So this person's going to have to see you win big. This person's going to have to see you win big, coming from the heart and coming from the aspect that they tried to squander and squash out of you, okay? So they're going to have to see you get the love of your life and reach your goals and dreams from embodying the aspect that they've tried so hard to suppress within you. This person took advantage of your heart. This person could have taken advantage of your kindness, your generosity, your empathy, and your heart. Maybe you had a very soft spot for this person, and so you kind of let things slide. I don't know, it's almost like someone took advantage of how much love you had for them, Capricorn. Okay, someone knew that you were in love with them. Someone knew you had so much love for them, so much empathy. And they abused that. They used that against you. They took advantage of that. They knew that they could treat you or do whatever and you would still love them. You would still forgive them, okay? They took advantage of that somehow, but then they repeatedly broke your heart again and again or did the same thing again and again, something like that. Yeah, the Three of Swords falling out in multiple decks while I'm clarifying the Three of Swords. It's like one stab wasn't enough. They had to stab your heart repeatedly, until you had no choice but to face your anger. They put you through torment and misery. But then it's suddenly, unexpectedly, out of nowhere, someone is forced to sit with the consequences of their own actions. All of a sudden. They didn't see it coming. They thought that they got away with it. They thought okay, it is what it is, it's over, I'm gonna move on, blah, 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 blah. And then bam! Now what does this look like? Yeah, they lose all motivation to continue working or something like that, to continue garnering the finances that they put above basic humanity. Someone might be facing unstable housing or something like that. They might have to sell a house, they might have to move, and they're not going to be able to move on from it. It's like depression or being so severely drained, they're not going to be able to move on from it. There's no sweetness or kindness coming their way. In the same way that there was no one coming to save you from this circumstance, no one is coming to save them. This is actually really, really sad. They're gonna have to literally experience what they put you through, what they did to you. When you were crying out for help and no one was there to come to save you or give a fuck about your life, maybe you were left for dead and there was no one there to remind you that you belong in this world and that you deserve love. There was no one there. And now this person faces the same reality. But it's not your fault. It's from their own creation. Okay, Spirit is forcing them, literally forcing them to see and feel exactly what they caused for you in your life. Chances are, in order to get away from this person, you could have struggled with unstable housing or homelessness or something, okay? They might experience that too. And they're going to be bombarded by thoughts and memories of you. There's a powerful being and a powerful spirit here that is forcing some sort of accountability. Wow, we just keep getting this. It's the same heartbreak they put you through, Capricorn. All the layers shed for them to see that they really broke their own heart. This could have even been someone that was significantly older than you. It could have been someone who groomed you at a young age. It could have been someone who was way older than you, who pursued you at such a young age, and you didn't know any better. This could have even been someone who abused you when you were a child here. It doesn't even have to be a lover, but it's someone who really took advantage of you when you just didn't know any better. Damn, dude. I want to know what's good happening for you. They're going to see that you were just like so young, or you were innocent, or they're going to see that that you truly did not deserve to be treated the way they treated you. That you truly were trying to hand them genuine kindness, genuine care, genuine sweetness. They knew that you didn't know any better. That's why they even chose you. Because they knew you didn't know any better. They didn't want a lover, or they didn't want someone who could hold them accountable. Why don't they go for people their age? This is why. Because they knew you didn't know any better. Because they didn't want a partner. They wanted someone to control. They wanted a pet. They're not getting away with how they treated you, what they did to you, and it might be a surprise to you. But yeah, someone comes in who truly, genuinely respects you, who sees your humanity, who values your humanity and encourages your humanity, who has love for you, even in your darkest hour. You have a lot of satisfying blessings coming your way here. You might be inheriting some sort of money from this person, or getting some sort of money. Money for your troubles, money for your loss. So Spirit is giving someone a reality check, someone else, okay? So you got a lot of good karma coming your way. Spirit is giving someone a reality check. It could be your mother, or it could be a mother figure, or some sort of empress, okay? Taurus, Libra, whatever. Spirit could be giving someone a reality check and showing them, like, look, this is reality, and you need to take accountability for what you did. Okay, so I don't know what that's about here. This could have even been like a mother figure who enabled something. This person could have led to the loss of finances, or loss of like a whole life. Like the 10 of Pentacles, it's not just a loss of finances. You lost like a home, a life, like you lost everything, okay? This person's watching you, stalking you now, okay? But Spirit's gonna give someone a reality check here, and then someone else is coming through with money. So someone's guilt could grow by the day, and the only way they feel they can get rid of their guilt is by coming through with some sort of paycheck, some sort of payment, payback, okay? And then there's someone else here, okay? You're experiencing genuine love, or you will experience genuine love with someone else that you want. Everything you could want and more. The Star, clarifying the King of Cups. And this doesn't have to be masculine, all right? Take it how it fits. Someone who could have experienced something similar, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be someone that really, truly sees the reality for what it is, okay? And that you can show your genuine emotions to, your genuine pain, your grief about the situation, your trauma. You can drop your guard around this person. You can tell this person what you really feel, okay? You also lose all of your feelings for this past person. So chances are, like, that's a really difficult thing for survivors, is that when we've been harmed, the wires are crossed. And it's almost like that part of us that is trying to heal wants the love from someone who harmed us so badly to prove to ourselves that we are lovable. But that side of yourself, the side of yourself that still has love for someone who harmed you in this way, it's dead. It's finally done. It's finally over, Capricorn. You being stuck in your head over this person, it's done. Ace of Cups, see? Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The things that someone said to you, they don't reverberate in your brain anymore. Okay, you see that they actually have no value. So someone knows that they did you wrong. Like, someone's keenly aware that they did you wrong. And while they're healing and seeing the reality of the situation, they're trying to avoid taking accountability, but then they feel very, like, uncertain and insecure in that. They're like, fuck, like, I know I need to take accountability, but they're resistant to it. But then they know they did you wrong, and they know that they're not going to get away with it or something. I don't know. Someone knows. Someone's acutely aware that they harmed you. They mistreated you. And they're avoiding taking accountability, but then they're like, kind of like, they're stalking you. And they feel insecure. They don't feel secure with themselves because they know they did something wrong, and they're not acting in integrity. They're not owning it. They're trying to avoid it. They're trying to avoid reality. But then Spirit's here. They're in their emotions. Yeah, and in their head. Yeah, so maybe this is something you don't talk about, or a lot of people, like, no one knows this about you. Like, no one knows what you've experienced in the past. You don't talk about it. You don't want others to know about it. But also you're looking at, like, what do you not want others to know about you? You're kind of switching shit up, yeah. You're stepping into a way more bolder reality. Getting older and getting bolder, aren't you? Okay. Relationships aren't safe. They're not safe. There's no such thing as a safe space. I hate to break it to you, but there's literally no such thing as a safe space. Maybe safer spaces. There's always going to be conflict, discomfort, yada yada. The thing we can relate about most is teaching us where we need healthier boundaries. Keep taking time to pursue. Yeah, so you're needing to take some time for yourself here, and that's a boundary you need to have. Otherwise, you're going to start to resent other people for the lack of rest that you're taking or the lack of boundaries you're showcasing, okay, Capricorn? So I'm letting you know that you are needing to take a step back, or you're needing to rest or recuperate or recharge in some way. And if you don't, you're going to start feeling resentful towards those around you. You're going to feel like no one cares about me. Everyone just wants to take from me. Everyone, like, no one cares about my needs. But at the end of the day, it's actually you, because you need to take a rest. You need to say no, because resentment comes from when you don't say no. Yeah, it also comes from other experiences too, okay? But it often comes from when we don't say no when we want to, and then we end up resenting people for what we should have said no to, right? So I'm just letting you know, now it's time to take a step back and rest a little bit, okay? Because otherwise you're going to start to feel resentful, like no one cares about me, no one cares that I'm overworked, no one cares that I'm tired or that I'm sad or this or that, and the whole time, like, you need to speak up or you need to set boundaries or you need to say no. Yeah, someone on the other side wants you to know that they are watching over you, okay? They're seeing this whole thing go down, okay? Prove yourself or choose yourself. Another reason that we might not say no is because we're trying to prove ourselves, and then we feel resentful because we didn't choose ourselves. So yes, choose yourself at this time. Choose yourself. Because yeah, there's a lot that you're carrying that people don't know about. You could write novels and it still would not encompass the reality of what you have been through, Capricorn, okay? So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for choosing me as your reader today, you guys. Thank you to our sponsors. Don't forget to leave a like before you go. I appreciate the support. And hopefully I see you in the next one. Goodbye, my darlings.